All right, so we're dealing with the diverter valve today, and this is a really good visual if you're going to change yours, so you know exactly what to look for and what to expect. On the inside of your dishwasher, you're going to have this piece. This is what your wash plate or your wash arm is attached to, and it's going to have to be removed, so it locks into place like that. To remove it, you twist to remove, and to put it back on, you have a little tab and it locks it off, and there you go. All right, this piece will have to be removed. You'll have the assembly up top, the hose piece that goes in here. You'll have to remove that, and once that is removed, you're gonna have a tab at the base here. You twist. Once you lift, you'll be twisting, and if you look closely, you're gonna have two alignment marks. And as you lift the tab slowly and turn, now it's free, you can remove it. Pay attention when you put it back in. You start it right there. Make sure it's flush. And then you lock it in place. Now you're going to turn your dishwasher over. All right, so you do have a tiny O-ring, which is what we're going to be concentrating on. Now, you will have to remove the O-ring, and you'll have to use a tiny screwdriver. But before, we're going to flip this over, and we're going to remove the diverter valve. Now, your diverter valve on your dishwasher takes either T10 or T15 to get it out. And basically what the valve does, it circulates the water from the wash arms back and forth so that you get a good clean dish. Also, a bad diverter can cause your dishwasher to leak. And what it does, it keeps the water spraying in one position. So be mindful of that. Also, the seal, which is what we're going to be changing, can cause your dishwasher to leak. If you have a bad seal, you will have to change the seal itself from the diverter itself, which is what I'm looking at. Now, the best way to get it out is to be very careful and get a small, super thin screwdriver along the edge and just pry. Don't go crazy because you don't want to mar the edge where the seal seats, and get that thing out. I was not reusing this sump, so I wasn't too crazy about protecting it, but I was still gentle and just basically showing you that it can be done. The kit is available, so if you do have a leak in your dishwasher and it's coming from the diverter, go ahead and replace the diverter itself and the valve, because a lot of times if you get water on the valve, you might actually damage it. So go ahead and replace both. Now, if it's not too bad, or you just notice a leak, then you can just change it. So the first portion, I got the centerpiece out, and I had to go back in with a small, tiny flat blade screwdriver, and I was able to extract the other portion. Just be mindful again not to damage the plastic. There it is. All right. So also on the top of the diverter, before, when you initially remove the initial cover, you should have a white plastic cover on the diverter shaft. That's the first part that you must remove. I forgot to mention that. So when you put that back in, make sure it's fully seated. And then you would basically flip the dishwasher over. And before you insert the diverter into the seal, go ahead and coat it either with some dish soap or some food grade grease, so that it protects the sealing between the shaft and the gasket itself. And make sure you fully insert the gasket or the seal. All right. And I think that covers that. All you have to do, reinstall your diverter, plug your connection back in, and test your dishwasher, but don't run it. Just add water, let it sit for about 10-15 minutes, check for leaks, and if no leaks, then you're good to go. Do a load. All right. Thanks for watching.